Chevron 1 encoded. Chevron 2 encoded. Chevron 3 encoded. Chevron 4 encoded. Chevron 5 encoded. Chevron 6 encoded. Chevron 7 locked. Good luck out there. Hello and welcome everyone to Stargate Flames of Hope, Radio Heart, Mission 3, Part 3, because, you know, much like the signal, internets have been disrupted, people have fallen asleep, we've almost fallen asleep, and, you know, it's really scary. So we're gonna go around, we're gonna say who we are, who we're playing, and then hopefully resolve this mission successfully without everyone dying. We'll see what happens. Hi, I'm Lindy, and I will be playing Ixora. She is an Oturan scientist and is just very glad to be a part of this mission, and their anxiety has not increased rapidly as this mission is carried on. Someone who totally hasn't had similar feelings with anxiety in this mission would be Deception Check's character, right?
Now, I actually remembered you pick on me first, so I was ready to go this time and not surprised. So it's only taken how many episodes of doing this to do that? So
three missions.
Hi. I'm Deception Check. I'm playing Fiddler. Fiddler's a Tolan. They're the overbearing, we're smarter than you race of humans in the group of SGP because they are. And, you know, suck it, Tari. But you guys have guns and fight really well. So thanks for the help.
Love it. Speaking of Tari, I have people in the wrong places. I knew it. Someone who's not Tari. No. Yes. D20 coup de... Well, D20 coup de grace is Tari, I think. How are you? And your character who is not Tari.
Oh, yes. You were confusing me a lot there. Hi.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, I am Gorek. I am playing a Jafar. Yes. He is Stoicism incarnate and is ready to fall into this pit with a Jafar courage. He's not screaming, yeah.
Someone who may or may not be screaming is Shiny Pilot. How are you tonight? Screaming.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm playing Lieutenant Jake Miller tonight. He is of the Tari, and he is the current team leader. Still learning how to be a team leader, especially off-world with so many non-military personnel, but that's part of the fun. And I'm excited to play Stargate.
Wonderful, wonderful. Absolutely lovely. And since you're ready to play, I guess we'll hand it over to our Gate Master for this evening. Nuggetosaurus, how are you today?
I am doing good. It's been a long day, but I get to end it with Stargate, so that is never a bad thing. Nope, never. So yeah, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm the Gate Master tonight, and we are going to hop right in. Last week, our intrepid adventurers ended up responding to Ixora having previously passed out. They were able to make sure that Ixora was fine. Then General Lawyer essentially told them that if they wanted to go through the Stargate, it was up to them. The signal that came through did not seem to be malicious in any way, so he left it to y'all's discretion, and you guys did decide to go through the gate to kind of investigate and see what happened.
It's a decision.
Yeah. And things got a little spooky when you guys stepped through the gate. It was a pretty much pitch black room that with some some sound muffling, sound absorption. You guys found a door. Fiddler saw some things that were constantly out of the corner of the eye, but when you supposedly looked at the creature, it wasn't there. It was just in the corner of your eye constantly. they walk down a series of, hallways that seemed to be suspended over a black chasm until they finally came to a ladder, which they climbed down, during which the voice that only Ixora seems to be able to hear had them stop and wait as they heard footsteps of something through the darkness, though they didn't actually see anything. Once the danger had supposedly passed, they reached the bottom of this chasm and walked for quite some time before the voice told Ixora a very detailed set of instructions that was essentially 3 steps forward, 4 steps to the right, yada, yada, yada. Very detailed, very precise. Where the team was actually able to walk that path without having too many or any issues, actually. I think everybody passed their checks for that. At the checkpoint, they only had to do a few simple things. They had to stand on a platform. It was kind of like a conversation pit, with a couple steps a bit down, with a platform in the center. All they had to do was stand on that platform, press a button twice for 5 seconds each, and then jump back to the second step.
That's all.
That's it. That's all they had to do. But the rolls were not in their favor. And I believe it was Fiddler who ended up... no, it was Jake, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Jake was the one who pressed the button. And then Fiddler and Goric tried to catch Jake when he jumped. And the rolls were just not in our favor. So Jake ended up touching the floor like he was instructed not to. A loud screeching alarm started to go off. Ixora felt the connection with the voice sever. She no longer was feeling those additional emotions or hearing the voice of Drew, who was guiding them. And then the floor gave way. And that's where we're picking up, right as the floor starts to disappear from underneath you. And as you guys are watching it, there's like a second of delay where you hit the ground, Jake, and you're like, you get that, oh shit. And as you're staring at the ground below you, you see it start to, it caves in and then it starts to kind of like cascade back, if that makes sense, towards the steps. And you are the first one to go through the floor as you fall.
Oh, yeah. Shit! That's all you hear is he's falling.
Basically. So you are the first to fall through, and you fall in like a free fall for a couple of seconds before you slam into a hard metal floor, wall, something, but you are at an angle and you start sliding down very fast.
Going down the hill.
Exactly. And then Goric, Fiddler, and Ixora, you guys are all on that second step. So you guys, it takes like 2-3 seconds after Jake starts to fall for you guys to fall as well.
We have failed.
As you say that, it's pretty dark in here, right? Like the only light that you guys have is the light from your headlamps and your flashlights and like that are attached to your shoulders kind of thing. And as Ixora, as you're standing there, you've got the headlamp so you can write, right?
I do, yes, because I was taking notes.
Yeah, exactly.
This whole time, and you're very exact notes.
Exactly. And you're significantly taller than the rest of the party.
Yes.
So you are able to see essentially above this conversation pit.
Love a good conversation pit.
Yes. Sprinting out of the darkness towards all of you is a massive creature, is the best way you can describe it.
Okay.
It has an oval shaped face, but there is no actual facial features. It is shaped like a humanoid. It's bipedal, but it has 3 arms on each side that are unnaturally long with unnaturally long fingers as well. Basically, yes. And as all of you start to fall, after Ixora notices it, Goric and Fiddler, it comes into your field of view as well, and you guys see this. You can tell that it has the flooring of this has been like that white mesh, weird foam kind of stuff. This creature looks like that, but it's got like a tainted green color to it, like kind of like not oxidization, because that like you know when metal oxidizes and it gets that green tarnish, basically. That's what
Patina.
It's not quite. Yes, it's not quite rust, but it's that color. You guys see that sprinting towards you, and then another one shows up behind it in your field of view, and another one, and another one. As you guys fall through the floor, everybody, besides Jake, because he's a little bit further down than you, Goric, Fiddler, and Ixora, make me perception checks, please, as you guys are falling.
I'd love to make you a falling
18 for Fiddler.
18, good, okay.
I really start paying attention when I'm falling to my death.
26.
Oh my God, I'm the slacker in this group. 25 for Goric.
20. Yeah, natural 20 for Goric.
I almost had it, and I was at 19.
How do you have better perception than me? I'm the scout.
I'm
She's a scientist.
a scientist.
That's very true. So, all of you notice that kind of as you're falling, as you're seeing these things appear, they're not appearing out of the darkness. They're coming up from the floor itself.
Oh.
Yes, they're kind of, they're like pulling themselves, kind of like...
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, like Somebody pulling themselves out of like a swamp that's trying to suck them in. That's basically what they're doing right now. Goric, you notice that when they're pulling themselves out with your natural 20, when they're pulling themselves out, they're that same white color as the floor, like that off-white, meshy kind of color as the floor. As soon as their entire body comes out, that green starts to creep in. That's what you guys see as you fall. I need everybody now, please, to roll me dexterity saving throws as you are falling down this chute.
This is when it...
7 for
Jake's already got you beat. Yeah.
20 for Fiddler, 13 for Ixora, and a 15 for Goric. Okay, so 13 was the benchmark there. So everybody except for Jake passes the check. So
I'd like to think because we tried to catch Jake, like we've knocked him kind of like
he's kind of tumbling
He's tumbling
a little bit more than we are.
Yeah.
Doesn't have quite as much control over his fall as the three of you do as you were standing on that second step.
Hope y'all are ready to medevac me out.
Well, I could carry you, maybe. I'm not very strong, though. Just tall.
You're falling, Jake. Everybody, you guys, as you guys are falling and you hit that metal and you start sliding down this chute that Jake hit a couple seconds ahead of you guys, you can see him with your lights ahead of you, and essentially that he's doing like a barrel roll down this chute. And at one point you see him like fly out of your field of vision. You're not quite sure what happened there, and it takes you a couple seconds till you reach that point. But Jake, after falling for a bit of time, you slam into, like, the chute stops and you slam into like solid horizontal floor. And you just go spinning through this pitch black area. You're a little disoriented because your light is still on, and the flashing that it's doing as you're rolling is kind of giving you a bit of a strobe effect. You end up slamming into something solid, and you take
lots of broken bone damage.
Oh.
Let's see here.
Just wait till we land on top of you when we get down there.
I'm waiting for it. I'm ready.
You take 5 bludgeoning damage as you slam into this wall.
Okay, that's about 1/10 of what I thought it was going to
be. Yeah, that's better than I thought too. Thank you, oh kind Gate Master.
as you slam into it, you imagine, like, you're a military man. You've had injuries before. You imagine you did not hit that as hard as you should have.
Interesting.
Something slowed you down. You don't know what. You didn't feel anything, but something definitely slowed you down.
Okay.
Seconds later, you, as you're a little bit disoriented and you finally come to a stop, you can see your friends shoot out towards you from this slide that they were in, and as they come down the slide and they hit that horizontal floor, you see a flash of like translucent green. They pass through, and it's like this, as far up as you can see, it seems to be some type of force field or light screen or something. Like, you know, like when there's fog and a laser is pointed at it and you get that kind of light screen, something along those lines. That's what you see. And they slide to a stop just short of you. They don't hit you, and they don't take any damage from the wall either. But you guys have all kind of compiled in this space. Still pitch black besides your guys's lights. That flash of green is gone once they passed through it. It was like in a split second, it was there and then it wasn't. You guys are still hearing that screaming, screeching alarm. And you saw all of those 8-limbed creatures up above lunging for you in the darkness. What would you like to do?
Jake will slowly and he's gonna crawl forward and scramble towards his P90 and grab it and shine the light around, trying to see everybody. He goes, SGP, is everyone okay?
When he shined the light to Gorik, he's smiling.
I take that as a yes, Gorik. God.
I almost fear for my life. That was entertaining.
Zora, Fiddler.
Oh, I'm all right. I just watching from behind us to see if anything's worth shooting.
Was something coming?
Let's just say we'll talk about it in the after-action report if we don't see it this time.
As you say that,
never mind.
They come tumbling down on top of us. No.
As you say that, you see, because you guys are kind of looking in that direction where the shoot came from, you see a amalgamation of these creatures. There are hundreds of them tumbling down this chute after you guys. As you're watching, Jake, you see that green again, but this time, instead of passing through it like your friends did, like you did, all of these things slam into this like it's a solid wall.
Okay.
And they are pounding against the walls with all 6 of their arms. They are attempting to break through, and you do see a couple of them are able to like get a set of hands in and start like ripping this apart like it's fabric or something, but just very strong, it's taking them
fingers.
Time.
Okay, they look like they're trying to kill us. We're talking like what look like wild beasts frothing at the mouth trying to kill us type thing.
They look like humanoids. They
6 arms.
With 6 arms, 2 legs, bipedal, very long, elongated arms and fingers and nails.
Okay,
no facial features. They have a face, but there's no like eye sockets, no nose, no mouth, no nothing. Kind of like a blank mannequin kind of thing.
I know this is probably going to go bad wrong, but I'm trying to think of what Jake would do. Would she probably stand up, point his P90 at the fingers, getting through the gaps, and start doing some bursts here and there. So
Okay, go ahead and make me attack.
Shoot at the fingies.
Yeah.
All right.
Bad monsters. Bad.
So P90 attack. Okay. 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. It's a
Okay,
wall.
it does 6 piercing damage.
Okay, so and that's 2d6, so you rolled a 1 and a 5. Okay. The 5 that you rolled, you're able to shoot off several fingers of these things, and you hear them even over this screeching alarm. You can hear like an inhuman screech as the finger detaches. Several fingers detach.
What?
And they end up on your side of this force field on the ground. Where you would imagine blood should be, you see like 8-bit cubes kind of all over the ground where
Nope.
there should be blood.
I mean, Ixora's horrified yet fascinated.
And you do see...
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
You do see
We
that the
messed
fingers
up.
are moving. Very slowly, but they are moving. Your 1, the D6 that rolled a 1, it hits the force field. It doesn't hit any fingers, and it ricochets back towards you guys.
Ooh.
Doesn't hit anybody, but you imagine shooting the force field directly could be dangerous.
Yep. All right, guys. Force field's doesn't look like it's in a hole, and we can't keep shooting it. We need to move.
Why are the fingers still moving?
I don't know. We need to move. Let's go.
Okay. Hello.
Time fool.
While they were doing that, Fiddler is looking for, is there an exit? Are there doors? Are there control panels? Are there anything technological that he could start, while they're playing with the fingers?
Absolutely. Go ahead and you can do either an investigation or a perception. I will allow either.
What was the name of the person? I don't seem to have that in my notes. Shockingly.
14.
Drew. Yes.
Drew.
Right.
I got a 14.
Drew.
14. Okay. With that, you guys came down a little bit after Jake, and you saw him disappear, and you saw that something stopped him. You're pretty smart, and you know that the speed he was going, the trajectory he was in, he should have been further away from you guys than he was.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see anything there. It just looks like darkness, but something stopped him.
Okay. Do I see an exit?
All you see is just more gaping chasm of darkness before you in any direction except for the one where that green light screen is.
Okay. I don't have a bearing here. It's just we're in another big room.
Okay.
Ixora?
Well,
Calm
say
down.
we need to move.
All right. I'm going to find a ledge and follow it.
Okay.
Jake's following Ixora.
So,
Drew, we messed up.
You can go in basically any direction. You can head towards the green light screen. You can go directly behind you, left or right.
No,
which way do you go?
Go for green first?
Go towards the light screen?
Yeah.
Green's where we came from.
Yeah.
Is it? Green is where
That's where
those
the creatures are. And the
then
fingers.
never mind. Not that way. Sorry, I
we
thought there
don't
was
we don't
another
want to
green.
go that way.
No, not that way.
And you
Anywhere
guys
but there.
can see that the fingers are like very, very slowly inching their way towards you guys.
No.
Just super slowly.
No, I don't like that.
Okay.
No, we need to keep going.
You know how tempted I am to take
Okay,
one for
I'm just-
sampling, and put it in a little.
Look, if
jar.
you want to, I'm sure Jake
You know
would
what?
understand.
I'm gonna do it for science.
You
We
better
can bring this
swipe
back
it,
to
and we
Stargate
need
Command.
to. We
Yeah,
need
no,
to
I'm
move.
just gonna scoop a finger in a little jar.
No. You don't know how they communicate with their main body. You might just be giving them a GPS to us.
Okay, I put the jar there. I can scoop it up on the way back if we need to.
I have a very important question for you.
Yes. I don't touch it.
Okay. If you don't touch it, explain to me how you get it in the jar.
Well, they're
What do
crawling
you do?
towards us, right?
Right.
I imagine it's like inchworming, and I'm just like, when
Okay,
you're
so you
trying to
just
help,
yeah, you just
when you're trying to help a worm across the road, and you pick
Yeah,
up a leaf, and you're like, come on, or like a gross, like one of those fuzzy caterpillars you're not supposed to touch, but you want it to help it. Yeah,
exactly.
I do that.
Okay. So you see it as it approaches. You've got like your little jar as it approaches.
And then I tilt the jar upwards so it can't get out once it's
so
in there.
it touches like the edge of your jar. It does kind of like this. It like feels along the rim.
Yeah.
And then it tries to go around the jar.
And I wait for it to do a good scoop up, like a good like eat to crawl, and then I go whoop, and I like just.
Super quick. Okay, roll me a dexterity check.
Oh boy. All right. Can I roll a science check? Because this is a science sampling.
Hey, all right. Can I just pull her away from this?
You can, yeah, absolutely. If you would like to, Ixora, if you want to contest that, you can. But it would have to be a dexterity check. I won't allow anything else for this.
Certainly. I had to try for those science samples. I'll just roll acrobatics because I'm not proficient. So there we go.
Okay.
8.
Okay, hold on.
That's not bad for me. And I'm not gonna contest court because I don't want to fight against my friends. So
okay. They rolled a 2, so okay.
And they don't have a +6. Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. No, they don't have any plus. Not the finger itself by on its own.
Good.
On its own at least. So, you attempt to like scoop it up,
just the scoop,
and it you see it like it seems to it's a finger, like it doesn't have eyes. It shouldn't be able to sense when something's like coming at it, but it attempts to like swerve out of the way, and it just barely, very nearly like brushes your finger that's holding the jar.
Almost.
And you just kind of like jerk away out of instinct, and you aren't able to get it in the jar. But it also doesn't touch
I know
you.
what to do. I just put it over the top like when you've got a spider in the house.
Perfect. There you go.
And you want to trap
easy
it.
Enough.
Later I can come back with a piece of paper and do this slide under thing.
Yeah, just literally just putting it on top of it and trapping it.
There we go.
That works.
I do that.
That's
perfectly
what I do.
fine. Yeah, it's the same result. And I don't think it needs air, so we're good.
Right. And Gork, after as like she's doing this, you are able to pull her away.
Okay, yes. I'm sorry. Science. And I
Time to go.
I'll go just long strides, quickly head off in the non-direction of the green.
So then where do you guys go? Do you guys go directly behind you, left or right, or kitty corner?
There's no walls?
Not that you can see.
Oh god, okay. I guess
we also know how we had to get to the first plot, like going this weird pathway, so
this is impossible to navigate.
Do we hear any of those footsteps we heard upstairs?
Ooh.
No, all you can hear is the screeching alarm and the screaming yowls from these creatures.
I say we send Gorik out. He's a scout, right? Let him go and we'll follow behind.
That is a wise idea. I will provide the illumination.
Okay. Okay, do we leave a trail?
You do know that you don't really leave footsteps on this flooring.
Well, no.
To
find our way back.
Hey, good point.
But there's a force field there. We can't guarantee we're getting back the way we came in.
I do have a lipstick. Good.
I mean, like, you do that every few hundred feet, I could probably.
Yeah.
By the way.
Every 20 paces, I will live.
Okay.
I will have to acquire more.
Okay,
later.
So Gorik, which direction do you go?
The safest.
What does Gorik
Excellent
believe?
answer. Excellent answer.
What does
Gorik
believe as the safest route away from these things?
Okay, there's no particular direction to go. I mean, do I even? Okay, I pull out my compass.
Okay.
Is there even a magnetic field in here?
Yes, there is. There does seem to be some kind of magnetic field. It doesn't seem to be it. So the needle, it will point without even you moving, it will point north as directly behind, in the direct opposite direction of the light screen. But then it'll stay like that for a second, and then it will swing to the left.
Shit, that's useless. Crap.
You also see it swing back.
Oh, so it just stays like
every couple of seconds. Yeah, every couple of seconds it swings. It'll go directly. So the needle is pointing directly in the opposite direction of the light screen. It'll swing left in like it makes a right angle essentially, and then it swings back. And
well, there's something in that direction then.
As you're watching it, it's in intervals of like 30 seconds. It does this.
And it seems to be in the same two directions.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this isn't impossible.
Just split the...
Way harder to do. Okay. Yay. Trigonometry. Okay.
Thankfully, I'm a scientist. I can math for you.
Okay, time to go.
Okay.
We'll go towards the north one.
Okay. Absolutely. So, you guys head in the north direction. As you do, you guys get to about where you saw Jake had landed. And as you're walking past that point, it gets a little hard for a couple seconds. Like it feels like you're moving through like thick snow.
Oh.
Like it's a struggle for about 15 seconds of you walking forward. And then you just kind of like stumble forward a little bit and you're at your normal pace again.
True. Just checking in periodically.
You have not gotten any kind of response from Drew.
Can I make a scientific guess on what that jelly air was?
Sure.
We've experienced a time dilation field before.
Mm-hmm.
Did this feel like anything weird time-wise or like gravitationally?
You can roll me either let me take a look at the...
Can I help Ixora with that? Because I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, you guys, one of you can help the other. I will allow either either an engineering or a science check, whichever y'all prefer, and whoever would like can roll it.
Would you like to make the engineering check, Fiddler?
I mean, my science and engineering are the same.
My science is 4. My engineering is 4. They're the same. Yeah.
Okay, my science is 5. My engineering is 5.
Okay.
All right. Would you like me to roll?
Sure. I'll assist
you pick science or engineering.
Science.
Okay.
And you have advantage.
Oh, excellent. Science, this shit. Oh, God. 14.
14. Okay, not bad.
Why am I rolling single digits again?
All of us. It's all good.
Refresh.
Doesn't help.
So, in this galaxy, there is science that supports anti-gravity fields, right? You know that there are devices that can increase gravity, that can reduce gravity, no gravity, things like that. This, you're not 100% sure, but this felt like something gravitational.
Ooh.
It didn't feel like it was increasing or decreasing gravity or anything like that, but it has that familiar weight of gravity, if that makes sense. And with your 14, that is what you know.
Right. Do you concur, Sora?
Yes, it does seem to have a bit of a gravity to the situation.
But if it's a field and it's gravitational, the center point is...
Could be a center point. Could be something generating a gravitational field, and that's just the boundary.
That might be... I don't know. We'll have to see. I would like to see the thing, though.
Yes.
If we could find it and not die.
Yes,
What
that is
language are they
preferred.
speaking, Jake?
I think they're talking science talk. Let's keep going, Gort.
Edward just shoots them a dirty look.
See
if I let you play my PlayStation again.
Oh, wait, I take it all back. I take it all back right this moment.
There. All right. Let's keep moving.
So you guys walk ahead. Goric, you lead the way. It happens a couple more times. About 15 minutes or so after the first time, you guys feel it again. This time it's a little bit heavier.
It just mirrors the snow getting deeper.
It's the gravitational field.
We got to be getting close then, right?
To something.
Once you get through that field,
or further away from something.
Or further away. Once you get through that field, it's the same thing. It takes about 15-20 seconds to get through that field before you guys are at normal seeming gravity again, and you don't have there's no resistance to your normal gait. The next one is about 10 minutes after that first one. This one doesn't seem to be any heavier. It seems to be the same as the last. That was 2. After that, once you guys get through that one, the next one is about 5 minutes later. And this one, I need everybody to make me strength or athletics checks to get through this one.
Love to.
Wrong. Not that strong.
Okay. Oh, okay. It's not finishing loading for me. So what did everybody get?
8.
22.
22.
18 for Fiddler.
18.
14.
14 for Goric. Okay, so
it's just the scientist.
Yeah, and with like Jake and Fiddler and Goric,
it's because I'm so tall. I'm already so affected by gravity. It's just
exactly
worse.
Yeah. They're able to kind of like give you a little push and help you through it, but it does take a little bit of time.
So heavy.
Once you get through this layer, there's another change. That screeching alarm is now muffled. And you can see ahead of you, there seems to be some type of very dim light in the distance. This is the first source of light you have seen since you have entered this, since you walked through the Stargate.
Look, ahead.
I lift my rifle and look through the scope. Can I tell anything?
Jake looks for an actual head, but he doesn't see a head.
You can't make out any details. It just seems to be some type of light.
Okay. I thought my scope might help.
Not at this distance.
Joe, think way out, maybe?
I mean, I can't see a thing from here.
All right.
It has to be something, right?
Let's keep going just carefully, Goric. If you sense anything, we'll back off out of this, okay?
I just hope we don't run into any more powerful fields.
Or any of those creatures.
Maybe those fields are there to keep them in.
I hope so. I really hope so. P90's forward. Let's go.
All right. You guys head towards that light. It takes you a bit of time to get there. I want to say about 20-25 minutes until it starts to get to a point where, Fiddler, when you look through your scope, it seems to be a light coming through a doorway of sorts. It's too bright to see anything through the doorway, but you can tell it has a very, like, the way the light is pouring out, it has a very the doorways in this is like an oval egg shape kind of thing, and it has that similar structure.
It looks like we got a door coming up. I can't see through it, but it looks like those tunnel doors we went through at first. The one with the grates that were really creepy?
Oh, yes. Interesting.
You guys continue forward?
Yep, let's do it.
Mhm.
Slow and steady.
Okay, slow and steady. You guys eventually reach this doorway. It is very bright. It kind of hurts to look at the doorway directly because it is so bright. But it appears to be an open archway. And there does not appear to be anything stopping you from going through it.
All right, Gorik. I do your scouting thing. All right. Good luck.
He just nods and agreeing and heads towards the archway.
Fiddler
Okay.
backs away.
Do you step through the archway?
Oh yeah.
Okay. The rest of you see Gorik approaches the doorway, walks into the light, and then the silhouette of him is gone. That is what you guys see.
All right, let's leave.
Whoa, hey, whoa, no,
Nope.
we can't leave him.
He's dead.
I call on the radio.
Nope.
There's no
Damn.
response.
Oh
All
wait,
you get-
from
all
the
you get is-
afterlife. Hello?
all you, as you try that, Gorik, when I describe your surroundings in a moment, all you hear is static.
Mm.
All right. Fiddler, when he disappears, in all honesty, he moves up to the edge of the portal.
Okay.
And is there anything discerning about the wall around it, or like the interior of the portal, of the doorway? There's no control panels, there's no grating, there's no wiring, there's nothing. It's just a smooth wall with a hole in it.
With a hole in it, yep. And this light is very, very bright. It makes it kind of difficult to look at. It hurts a little bit.
Right,
But
so I'm looking at the wall.
Even looking at the wall because of the light spilling out, it's really, especially after being in the dark for so long, it's very, very bright. And even with that, you know that this is a simple archway.
I'm just gonna say, you're gonna science now after you sent me through it.
Yes. Look, there's no reason to science a hole in a wall unless it's not a hole in a wall. We needed to see that it was not a hole in a wall. It's a special type of hole in the wall called a sciencey hole in the wall that needs to be scienced now. So,
Dance.
if I grab one of my I grab my science device. Can I read? I mean, are there any EM fields coming off of this? Is there any like electromagnetic fields of any kind? Is there signals coming out of the doorway? Anything at all? It's just a light coming out of a door.
So you pull out your device.
Mm-hmm.
You get the same reading you've gotten in pretty much this whole area, that it is mechanical in nature. There is power here. You're getting like EM fluctuations and things like that. Just typical standard. There doesn't seem to be any type of spike in power. There's definitely something electrical in nature here.
Okay.
But nothing so far out of the acceptable ranges that it catches your eye, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I don't say anything. Jake, all I can say is we go through.
The only thing I can think to do is to go through, because he's in and we can't go back.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
I'll go. Sorry, Jake. Yeah.
Jake holds his breath as he steps through.
Okay. Jake steps through, and then Ixora follows, I'm assuming, and then Fiddler. Is that the order? Okay. So Jake steps through. Ixora, before you step through, you hear you hear those creatures again.
Ah.
And if you glance behind you, at the very edge of the light that this hallway is providing, you do see some of those creatures heading this way.
Uh-huh.
They don't seem to be moving as fast as they were previously. Something seems to be slowing them down. But they are headed in your direction. Both you and Fiddler can
just
see
say
this.
quickly as she goes through.
Okay. Fiddler, you follow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty, so Gorik, you stepped through this archway. As you did, you felt a you know when you're like very faintly electrocuted but like not electrocuted, that's the wrong word. Like static electricity. Like
Static shock.
You get the little shock.
Yeah, static shock. Yeah.
You rub your socks on the carpet, touch somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Rub a balloon, your hair stands up, kind of thing. Yeah. You feel that over your entire body as you step into this light. You are completely blind. The only thing you see is this blinding light for, you're not quite sure how long it is before that it starts to dim and fade. You find yourself in essentially a hexagonal room. There are very distinct walls of a like a pinkish red color, and you can see intricate and delicate wiring and like mechanical fixings in every single inch of this room. The far wall directly across from you, there seems to be a viewing screen or something. You can see as your vision starts to come back to normal, you can see there's like a very distinct rectangle in the far wall that doesn't have all of this wiring. There's not much else in this room besides from that viewing panel. But as you glance down, it kind of disorients you for a second, but you're standing on nothing. Like, it is completely transparent, and you can see below you a massive, sprawling metropolitan city. There are massive skyscrapers, and you can see ships and like flying cars and all of these things like whipping through all of these buildings and what seem to be traffic lanes, things like that. You can see there's like on one of the top of the skyscrapers, there seems to be like a rooftop garden, and even though they look like ants, you can see what you assume is people moving around down there. It kind of throws you off a little bit because you weren't expecting it like at all. What would you like to do? Oh, and if you look behind you, where the archway that you came through, it is just a it looks like a not a sliding door this way, but a sliding door this way.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It just seems to be like a metal door that has slid shut behind you, kind of thing.
Jake lets out the air that he sucked in as he stepped through. He's kind of standing there and then kind of looks around and goes,
Jake, you haven't come through just yet.
Oh, I haven't come through.
Yeah, Gorik has a little bit of time before you guys do, but you will come through in a moment. I'll let you know.
I think he just like slowly reaches back into his pocket, takes out like a coin, puts it ahead of him and drops it.
Yeah, it stops where your feet is. There seems to be, even though it doesn't look like there is a floor, there seems to be some kind of floor here.
Okay. I take a step forward.
You just like kick the coin.
Sure.
This is very strange. Where's the scientists?
As you say that, like a couple seconds pass, and Jake, this is when you come through, and the same thing happens to you. You are blinded for several long seconds before your vision starts to come back to normal. and you see the same thing, and you have that same reaction where you glance down and it looks like you're standing on nothing, and you see this sprawling, supposedly very advanced city beneath you.
Jake then just lets out the breath that he was holding, and then kind of out loud to no one in particular just goes, "Huh, the afterlife looks more different than I thought."
Jake,
Whoa.
I am here with you.
Gort, can he see him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's right in front of you.
Hey.
Yes.
Are you seeing this?
This place is strange.
You come through now.
Oh, it is
Definitely.
very bright. Oh.
Ixora, we are here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
Fiddler,
So there was
you
like
come through now.
a viewing window.
Yeah, so directly across from the door
I go
that
to
you guys
that.
came through. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Exora is like, if we were all gonna fall to our deaths, we would have done so by now. And it's just gonna,
Yeah.
again, no,
Solid reasoning.
just walk forward.
Fiddler takes a little longer to recover from the light exposure because
Yep,
even with his
'cause
sunglasses, his eyes are killing him right now.
Oh, absolutely. You probably have a
Zora's
little bit
just
of like
squinting a lot.
a light migraine.
Oh yeah, and like halos everywhere, like just all
everywhere.
yeah, everything.
Off my headlamp.
Yeah. Yeah, it is there. You can't tell where the light's coming from in here, but there does seem to be ambient lighting. You guys can see perfectly fine. It's not blinding like the hallway light was or the archway light was. And you do see like a neon glow of like greens and purples and things like that coming up from the city below. Ixora,
Drew.
you walk over to this viewing screen, this panel, the only part of the walls that doesn't seem to be intricate machinery. And you reach out and you say Drew's name, and you see the screen flicker just for a second, and that's it.
I can almost see now. What's going? Holy hell! What's down there?
It's a
civilization, a city of some type, very advanced. Would be great to establish relations.
It's all right. Do you have my favorite thing over there?
Yes, please. I think this might be Drew.
Oh, that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought it was just extreme technology that no one understands, so I can go look at it.
Yes.
Okay. Scampers over there and starts, trying to understand
just gently boop the panel.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me, as you touch it, a
saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
An intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Get ready for a mind.
Oh
takeover.
my gosh!
No!
I have a +4. I just rolled a 5.
Oh.
Hi.
This is good. This is good that you failed this. This is
Okay.
good. I will let you know that now.
Good. Whew.
You touch the screen and your vision goes black. Very similar. You don't pass out.
Okay. Just the eyes roll up and just
basically, yeah. Your vision goes black, kind of like it did when you first made contact with the voice.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple seconds of delay for you before you hear very weak. Like the Drew does not sound the way they did earlier.
It's that dang alarm.
Yes. They say, "Oh, you made it. Oh, okay. I need your help."
All right. What do we need to do? What can we do to help you?
They infected me. That's the virus. It's
the things with 6 arms and moving fingers. I see. They're a virus.
They're kind of eating me alive.
Oh dear, that does sound unpleasant.
Yeah, they infected me, and I don't know what I did wrong. I was just, they made me, and I was just doing what they wanted me to. And
who made you?
Them. And you can't, like, you're seeing blackness right now, but in like your mind's eye, you see like gesturing downwards
the city.
You. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I'm Drew.
You seem to be very important since you are so high above the city below.
Yeah, I'm the defense and recon Unimind.
Oh.
And
Well, it's lovely to meet you.
yeah, thanks for, coming. But they don't like that I think for myself. And I made some stuff
Yes.
that scared them. But I made it for them.
6 armed people?
Yes and no. I originally made them to be so they were the base for like a warsat kind of network. But when they found out that that's what I was doing, they didn't even ask me why I was doing it. They just corrupted the code and turned it into a virus, and now it's kind of eating me alive.
I see.
I need you to disconnect. I don't want to die.
That would be upsetting, I believe. Yes.
Can you
How can we disconnect you? I'm assuming the virus is too far into it, so we cannot destroy the virus. We just must disconnect you.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can disconnect me, my emergency protocols will be enacted, and it'll open up the passage back to the Stargate, because it's essentially like an escape route, right? Where
Yes.
they initiate self-destruct, and then they would leave me here and blow me up. But if you can take me with you,
Yes.
then it would blow up. The station would blow up, but I wouldn't blow up. That would be preferable.
I understand completely. Yes.
Okay.
You'll have to give me or Fiddler the instructions. I think you can only communicate with.
Oh. Yeah. I can't make contact with them. Their minds aren't right.
Oh,
but
I don't say anything about that.
You're smart enough. You get, because you're not. They're very human adjacent. I mean, they're all pretty much humans. You quite aren't. You were made in the image of the Eternans.
Yeah, the Nox.
Or the Nox. Thank you. You are an Eternal.
We're taught to have an open mind, literally. And
literally. So
yes.
So you get that. That's why you can communicate with Drew without any type of interface or anything like that. I think since you guys are in here, I should have enough energy left to help to let you go and initiate the self-destruct without letting them in, because if they get in here,
that would be very bad.
It's gonna be bad.
Yes.
They would eat me in seconds. Okay.
And most likely us as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They would eat you guys probably quicker than they'd eat me. I'm gonna let you go now.
Okay.
And you essentially you come back into yourself. And the screen before you is now lit up, and it seems to be some type of interface. You do not recognize the language.
Oh,
it is one that you have never seen before. You get the feeling that Drew was able to speak your language because you've connected with her now several times. That initial connection, that initial feeling that you were getting, yes, that was her learning you.
Okay, that's
so
fun.
That's why she can speak your language. Is you're smart enough to know to understand that after being connected with her for so long. You see before you there is a lit up screen. You do not understand any of the words here. But you are back in yourself, and you can hear very faintly, actually all of you hear it now coming through what seems to be some type of speaker
system. Yeah.
Goric, Jake, and Fiddler, you hear Drew for the first time. It sounds like a woman. It has a female voice.
Good point. Like, see what?
Yeah.
I think it takes me a moment to realize it's not in my head.
Not in your head, yeah.
Yeah.
And she sounds very weak and a little bit far away, like this is taking a lot out of her, kind of thing. And hi, thanks for coming. You guys are gonna disconnect me now.
Wait, what? Who's disconnecting anybody?
This is Drew, the Defense and Recon Unimind for this world, named...
Uh-huh. Oh, it's just the city.
The city, for the city.
And as she tells you that, and you guys are looking through this, like, platform below you, there is no end to this city in sight. You imagine it's something along the lines, not that, is Star Wars a thing in Stargate? Like the movies?
Yes, because Teal'c is obsessed with the original trilogy.
Okay, so you imagine this is kind of like a Coruscant, Coruscant-esque kind of planet is what it feels like. And that's what Drew tells you. It's just this city. There's not really another name for it in your language.
I see. Fascinating.
And you're a defense unit?
Defense and Recon Unimind, yeah.
We're creating the base of a war satellite network, and we're infected with a virus.
Yeah.
But the virus is those things with all the arms. It's very physical.
What happens to the people below us if we disconnect you?
I mean, they'll be fine. They have their own military and things like that. I'm just in case, like, they fail. I can create a force field with this station that, like, locks the planet in, and nobody can get in without the proper transponder codes and ships and stuff. That's the defense part.
So if we take you down, anyone can enter the city.
Yeah, I mean, they can do that right now unless I activate the force field. It's only in emergency situations. And right now, there's a pause, and you see, Ixora, like there's flashes of data through the screen. Right now, the city doesn't have any enemies capable of launching a full-scale attack, so they should be fine for several hundred years.
All right. How upset would the people of your city be if we take you offline?
Well, they infected me with the virus to kill me, so probably not that mad.
All right.
Wait, why would they infect you in the first place here? Why are we unplugging you?
Because, okay, look, I took it upon myself to create them a warsat system, war satellite system, so maybe they could, instead of just being super defensive and locking themselves in their planet, we could fight back if somebody ever came in a couple hundred years. But when they found out, they didn't like that. They didn't want a warsat, and I didn't listen to them when they asked me to stop. And they infected me, so.
Ixora's has the look on her face of please. Can we take the nice AI home? We have so much we could learn from the nice AI.
Fiddler just sits down in front of all these wires and this screen and everything, and he starts trying to understand it.
I will assist Fiddler.
Okay.
This is engineering, and I believe their technology level is at least 4 or higher, correct?
Oh, absolutely. But you would be making this, since it is in a completely different language, and it is something that you are not familiar with. This would be a disadvantage roll, but since Ixora is helping you, it will be a straight roll.
Okay. Let me see.
I'm like, do I have anything else?
Okay, and I'm trying now. Would you say I am trying to discern the function of this technology, like how it works?
Like how to take it apart?
Well, no. Whenever I'm making it,
it is.
My advanced technology skill says whenever I'm making an engineering check to discern the function of technology with a tech level of 4 or higher, I can add something to my roll.
Okay, yeah, you'd be.
So we're trying to figure out how to disconnect it, so you have to figure out how it works a little bit.
Like how to disconnect it, things like that. Like, you wouldn't know how to build your own, but you would know the function of this, like what.
Oh yeah, just give me time. All right.
Like, you would know what you could disconnect to detach this AI from this station.
All right, so we're gonna do a straight engineering roll plus a TD,
which is 10.
Which is 10. Okay, engineering 13. 7, that's a 20.
That's a 20. All right, 30, 20.
I cannot. Yeah. I still rolled a single digit.
Hey, that's better than it could have been by like a lot. It could have been 7 worse.
Very true.
Or you could have rolled a 1 on the D10.
That's true.
So, with Ixora's help, Ixora, you have this strange bond with the Unimind, with Drew.
We're going to be best friends back at Stargate Command.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that happening. And she is able to kind of walk you through some of the things that you don't understand and don't even know where to start with. And because of that, you can confirm that this is a defense and recon AI, essentially. You can tell that she was telling the truth. She just creates a force field that would allow the city's ships through, but nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And
I am very difficult to lie to, so
yeah.
you know.
And she also has very advanced like spy satellites.
Oh, those could be helpful against the Goa'uld.
Yes, very, very advanced spy satellites. You see that there are 6 that she is connected to. That
you just need their coordinates in space, baby.
Yeah.
They don't want the Warsat network. We could just yoink a satellite.
Right. And you can see with that, you can also see that she shows you essentially like the basis. She doesn't show you like the blueprints or the schematics or anything, but she shows you the basics of the Warsat. It's based off of those spy satellite designs. She's retrofitting some of those. It looks like she was going to take about 3 of them, half of them for Warsats.
They look really nice, I think.
Yeah.
We could pitch this to somebody and they'd love it.
Yeah. But with a 20, you imagine that you can disconnect Drew. You can put her in
a box.
Essentially a box, a self-contained unit, and you can take her with you.
Gonna leave that to you guys. Just pick people.
Happy AI friend.
I mean, me, not my character, but me, and probably my character. Like, I don't know if we should do this. At the same time, we don't know enough, but it would be good knowledge to know. And part of our mission out here is to grab stuff.
Part of our mission is to get technology for the defense of Earth and other planets in our little coalition, isn't it? Isn't that part of our mission?
Yeah.
By getting an AI that admits it goes rogue.
Yeah, I know.
Look, as long as we're on friendly relations with the AI.
And to be fair, you guys would be able currently to isolate her. So you have that control there. Just put that out
isolate
there.
her and have her print out blueprints. We can make the things.
So now you're going to have a sentient AI as a slave.
No, as a friend.
But you're not letting it have freedom.
Sometimes friends need to spend time in quarantine before joining the rest of society.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean,
Fiddler has already taken it apart. He doesn't wait.
For a while.
Yeah, years.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, essentially with Ixora and Drew's help, she is able to guide you through isolating her, and she actually at one point a section of the wall comes out and reveals like the innards essentially, and you see this it looks like a D12.
Okay.
It looks like a D12.
Drew.
And basically, and it's got like cables and wires and things attached to that to it. And Drew essentially guides you through the process of transferring her core into that for transportation. And you guys are able to do that. While you do that, though, you guys are in the process. You're in about halfway through the process. You hear those screeches again. You hear banging on that door that you guys came through.
She's not around to defend the...
After a couple moments, you see several sets of fingers push their way through the
Stomp
gap.
The fingers.
Yeah, there's like not a gap because it's metal, but
at least there's one of them trapped under a glass jar back there somewhere.
That's very true. And
one less finger to contend.
heavy metal door starts to lift.
I go and grab the door and pull it back.
Okay. How do you pull it back? Because this is a totally flat door. You would have to
use the emergency suction cups that are right to the side of the door, obviously.
I mean, duh. Shoot. Oh, okay. I don't want to touch him.
I mean, it's just grabbing onto the door, right, and lifting it, right?
No, we're trying.
No,
They're lifting it. We're trying to.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
There's an
They-
opening, though, is what I'm
Fingers,
saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's about this big right now.
That's exactly what what she's saying is like, if there's enough room, I'm going to throw a frag grenade. If not, I can lay down, put my P90 underneath there, and just do a full auto burst under the door.
Just a
What
nice
you
frag
imagine you
grenade
can't
room.
quite get a frag grenade in there at
Okay.
this moment.
At this moment.
Yeah, this moment with the way
I would like to ready one in case it's getting there and be ready to
You've got like
assist
one
if
in your
no-
teeth and a
some kind-
P90 on the
Yeah,
ground.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely. We can definitely do that. In that case, since you guys are taking hostile action,
Oh.
Blah, blah,
I'm
blah,
gonna
blah.
put up the count.
To be clear, I was
Initiative.
attempting to take defensive
initiative.
action.
Defensive,
All right,
hostile.
I'm just like the defense satellite here. Okay, I was
Okay,
trying to be
okay.
defensive. All right.
Everybody go
See,
ahead and roll
we understand. We
initiative.
sympathize.
Yeah.
All right, initiative.
Yes, initiative.
You have to click a token or just do it.
If you click
I
a token, it works.
Yeah, you should be able to click your token.
My God.
Where is my
I'm
token?
not Dexy, but damn, I really want to help out this AI. We've established such a bond through periods of unconsciousness and mind melding.
I have a bad feeling about your bond.
I don't.
I have a
think
great
I don't
feeling
see
about
my
it.
token. OG.
Will
Yeah,
it-
I'm
does
sure
it-
you
Okay,
do.
let
I'm
me-
sure
Does
you
it
do.
bode well? Maybe not, but it'd make for a great story.
Can I drag and drop to make one? How do I
Yeah.
make one?
Okay, try that one. This one that just popped up.
Aha. Okay, initiative. Ah, it worked.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm gonna change his symbol to make him somebody.
Sending. Okay. And then we are going to roll for the virus. 16. And 16 and descending. There we go. Okay, Goric, you are up first. Jake, you have your frag grenade ready and your P90 out. I will give everyone essentially a free action to prep something, like if there's something you have to pull out your pack or something like that. Otherwise, you have your full move set and action and bonus action on your turn.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to do what SG1 seems to do in times like this. We'll first try the Zat gun.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead and
virus, so maybe that might be super.
go ahead and roll a Zat attack.
Zat attack, please.
I think it does actually extra damage versus electronics or something.
Yes, I have a note on my sheet. It's versus electronics. Oh, maybe I don't have it on my sheet. It's on the PDF. Hold on.
Also important to know, Fiddler, since you did have your equipment out during like the trip here and into the room, there's a lot of power in this room. You imagine this is like the epicenter of the it's the nerve center of the Unimind. So of the
electronics take 1d12 damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, a 16 will hit, and then you can go ahead, since it is a artificial virus, you can roll a d12. For 4? Okay. Let me just put that down. 4. All right. Next up, or anything else, Gork, or is that it?
Um, So I do see a reaction there.
Yeah, as
I think
you
I
hit...
will back away
Okay.
to ready the gun, Zat gun again.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the Zat hits some of these like fingers and bits of hand that are starting to come through, it completely disintegrates whatever it touches. But as those, disintegrate and go away, another set of hands comes in to replace them. Next up we have Ixora.
Yes, I assuming that I will pull out my Zat to have it ready to defend my friend Drew if anything terrible should happen, but I'm assisting Fiddler because the faster we get out of here the better. But the Zat is able to be pewed if need be.
Okay.
I'm assisting Fiddler.
Okay, so assisting Fiddler. Okay, perfect.
Gotta get Drew out.
Alrighty. Fiddler.
Gotta get you out.
I'm fixing the thing.
Okay.
I'm getting her out, and I'm also thinking. I'll go ahead and warn you. I am while taking this apart because I've been told what to do. The other half of my brain is thinking about if I short this whole system out, will that shut it all down? Like
Okay.
these are all electronics, and I'm looking at because, like you said, it's the epicenter of all of it. If I hardwire this to basically short itself out completely and blow the system, well, he might be doing that next.
Okay.
So
go ahead and
Step
roll
1.
me.
Step 2. Rig everything else.
Yeah. Roll me a science check.
Can I use engineering?
Yes. And this is level 4 or higher, so if you can add that, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
I'm assisting. Is he
Can't
still at
roll
disadvantage?
to save my freaking life.
Well, since you're assisting, it'd be a flat roll.
Okay, flat roll.
Right. So it'd still be
Yeah.
the same thing because I can't roll to save my life, but at least I got a 10 on that one.
Another
10.
20.
Okay.
20.
You imagine that disconnecting Drew would essentially, once you disconnect Drew, the station Drew has explained to you that once she's disconnected, the self-destruct will activate. It'll open up the escape route, power up the Stargate, things like that, or get the Stargate prepped to be dialed, kind of thing. You imagine with what you're starting to understand of this technology, you have a choice of either reserving that power for the Stargate or blowing everything up.
Okay.
It's one or the other.
Okay.
Once Drew's disconnected, there won't be enough power for both.
Both. Okay. All right.
Okay. Next up, we have the virus, and they are going to attempt to get this door open, and they have a strength score. Oh, okay. I made them a little strong. Okay, but they rolled a 2. So they don't lose any ground, but they don't gain any ground. They are steady with about this much space. Can't get through it this time. All you're seeing right now is hands. Jake Miller.
How about we get that gate dialed?
So the door hasn't opened enough yet, yeah? For a
Right.
grenade?
Not for a grenade.
Does Gork look like he has the door under control for strength? Like holding it?
No, he's
zatting.
zatting.
He's
zatting. You did see, so you watched him zat. He made contact. It seemed to disintegrate a couple of hands, but then more just replace them a second later. So seems to be like there's not any more than there was before, but there's a couple, not much of a change right now.
Jake's just gonna help there and lay down and shred some P90 shots underneath the door to help.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a attack.
Aha, 21 to hit.
21. That will absolutely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It is
Okay.
10. Yeah, auto did it. Aha.
10. And that's 2d6, right? What are the two separate?
This is 6 and a 4.
6 and a 4. Okay, so you didn't
Very
roll one.
respectable.
Perfect. Good, good.
Okay.
You are able to essentially blow up a chunk of these hands, and only you blow up a pretty decent amount of them, and only like 2 or 3 replace the ones that you blew up. So there seems to be a little bit less than there was a moment ago, and the door falls just a little bit. But there are still hands there.
Okay.
Anything else?
I was reading over my abilities. I think I'm good for now.
Okay. And also, I do see in chat somebody's asking about the system we're using. We are using the official Stargate SG-1 role-playing game by, I believe it's Wyvern Games. Let me confirm. Yes, it's by Wyvern Games. It is a officially Stargate licensed game. MGM approved it. And yes, that is the link there, the Stargate, the RPG.com. That's what we're using. Thank you. So next up, I believe it is Goric again.
All right. Kind of takes a look behind him. So what's the plan here? And then just zats over his shoulder.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me a Zat attack. Also, Jake, I'll say that in your preparation, you could have grabbed 2 grenades.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe I should have tried that with less flair.
Okay, wait, why is it not loading for me? Jesus Christ. 8, is that what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Okay, so unfortunately this Zat attack goes a little bit wide. You end up hitting the door kind of above the hands, not quite hitting any of the virus. Any other actions?
Yeah, right.
So where's the gate? Kind of start moving in that direction.
You hear a very faint and a very weak drew through this PA system. If you look over to your left, that's where the escape route's going to open up once Fiddler and Ixora disconnect me over here on the right.
I will move, to get into position to go to the left.
Okay, absolutely. So you kind of head over that way. Next up is Ixora. Ixora and Fiddler, I will allow you guys both to make either a science or engineering checks on your turn to speed up this process if you would like. Or you can do something else, whatever you prefer. But I will give you guys that option since you're working on this.
Yes, I would like to speed this up. I will roll a science check.
Okay, and it'll just be, since you're just assisting, it'll just be a flat roll for Fiddler. And then depending on what you roll, we'll give him either advantage or just a flat roll.
Sure. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yep. Okay, so Fiddler, you will have advantage on your engineering check if that's what you would like to do. Not a flat roll, it'd be advantage.
Okay. And I guess it's my time. My turn. Yeah.
Unless Ixora has anything else.
Nope, just helping. Okay. We're trying to speed things up.
Okay, then Fiddler, go ahead.
Oh, you got to be
13.
And,
okay.
15 this time because I
15.
can't roll worth crap.
Okay, so essentially
I'm supposed to be good at this.
I understand.
This is completely alien technology, and even for you, it's very advanced. So you seem to be struggling just a little bit.
It's also in a language we can't read, which is not helping.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also nothing but 5s and 3s and 2s I'm rolling. So
yeah. So you essentially, that will knock off 1 additional round. So you will be done isolating Drew and disconnecting her in the next 2 rounds. So not counting this round in the next 2 rounds. It is the virus's turn, and they are going to attempt to get this door open. Plus 5. With a 19,
Uh-oh.
they are able to get a sizable amount of this door lifted and open. It's about this wide now, and you do see one of the head, just one of the almond or oval shaped heads with 0 features. It's just a flat, tarnished green color, kind of shoving its face through sideways through this crack in the ground.
Someone had grenades ready.
Someone did have grenades ready, and it is Jake Miller's turn.
Perfect. Grenade time.
Yeah.
Okay, now I will say.
I read this though about it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
When I throw it, you throw it to a point and it detonates 6 seconds later, so it'd have to be the start of my next turn when it blows up.
Okay.
It's not instantaneous. So.
Okay. Now I will say what you're seeing right now, it's going to be a difficult throw because you have this head that's coming through, and then you have hands also in this crack trying to get this door open. So there's not a whole lot of space for this grenade to go through.
Can I make us so here's the question. Where the head is, if I get rid of the head, will there be room?
Yes, if you get rid of the head, there will absolutely be room. And I will allow, if you're able to get rid of the head, I will allow you as a bonus action to throw the grenade.
He's been ready.
Okay, well,
he's been
ready. I have an ability here. I have a surge ability.
Okay.
You can take an additional action on your turn, even an attack, as a bonus action.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't used it yet. So what I was imagining is do the surge.
Yeah.
Full auto P90 burst into the head to tear it off, tear it away, blow it back, and then I'm going to use my other action to throw the grenade through the hole.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay,
go for it. Roll your attack first.
Please don't flub this. P90. 10. Oh, okay, well, that sucks.
Okay, it'll hit. It's literally the only major target that you have in this area, and it's a decent sized head, so it hits. It does.
Even if I got to get close to shoot it, I will.
7 piercing.
Yeah, it's 4 and 3.
Enough. Yep, I gave them 6. Okay. So yes, you essentially light up with your P90. You light up this very strange virus head that came through. And it same kind of thing as when the Zat hit it. It disintegrates as your bullets hit it, but you see it a little different where when Goric hit it with the Zat, it completely disappeared. Now you're seeing those similar cubes to when your bullets cut off the fingers.
Okay, cool.
You assume if it were human, it would be blood kind of thing. And then go ahead and make I'll say you can either make a ranged attack for the throw, or you can do like an athletics.
I got the attack thing for it. Let me see if it actually rolls right. I don't know if that actually worked. I see it's a D20 plus 0, but I'm supposed to have proficiency with it because I'm proficient with grenades and.
Okay, so then add your proficiency bonus, and I'm assuming it's like a strength.
God, that's bad.
We'll say you can add your strength as well, because I'm assuming it's like a throw attack. So
okay, so well, I mean that would be like, yeah, okay. So proficiency is 2, strength is 2, so it's a 4, 7, 4. That's not good.
So an 11.
It's an 11.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You're able to, because you made that space for the head, and there is a little bit more. There's a little bit more height to the gap now. You are able to throw the grenade in there.
Roll it under that door.
Yeah, you roll it under the door, and it disappears. You can't see it at this point. Anything else?
Cussing.
Absolutely. There are lots of profanities flying around right now. Next up, we have Goric.
Oh boy. Okay, so. Describe to me the scene exactly in front of me here.
Okay, so you are currently facing this egg-shaped door.
Mm-hmm.
On your left, where that wall is, that's where Drew told you the emergency escape route is going to open up. You see Jake to your right, kind of in the center of the room. There, and then on Jake's right, you see Fiddler and Ixora, essentially kneeling at this open compartment, arms deep in computer guts, essentially, attempting to extract Drew. The door is currently about this wide open. There was a head there. It is gone now. Nothing has filled the space just yet. And you did see Jake toss a grenade in there.
Okay. Well, I will probably duck if that grenade has not exploded yet. And then
The old duck and zap?
I will ready another shot for the first thing I see coming through that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you hold your action. Take cover and hold your action. Okay. Perfect. All right. Ixora, same thing as before. I'll allow you to make that check to see if you can give Fiddler advantage on another engineering check if you would like.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, perfect. So then go ahead and roll that.
13.
13. That is enough. Fiddler, you will have advantage to knock off maybe another round and maybe be finished this round as opposed to the next one.
Okay. Nope, I am rolling like total ass. That is a 3 for an 8, and I'll do my other bonus. An 8, so a 16.
16. Okay, that was more than the DC, so perfect. You are able to essentially, as you hear Jake kind of pull the pin from this grenade and you hear the P90 go off again, you're super focused. You know advanced technology. You might not completely understand it, but you know what to do at this point with Ixora's help and Drew's help as well. You do the transfer. Drew, is now in this D12 shaped object. Is that like a dodecahedron? Is that what the D12 is? I don't know. Anyway, and you have everything disconnected except for one power line that you are ready to pull. And as soon as you pull it, emergency shutdown self-destruct sequence is going to start. That escape row is going to open up, and power will start essentially being reserved to dial the Stargate one final time.
All right, guys, we're almost ready to go. I pull this one. I throw the switch here, and it's time to run for our lives.
Everybody get ready to run.
You can pull it. You can pull it now. You yank it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect. As you do so, that ambient glow that this room has had dims and then goes out. You do still have the light from the city below you, so there's kind of like this neon glow kind of thing right now. It's a little creepy. Not quite as creepy as like your journey here, but it's a little creepy. And you see the object, it dims for a second as the whole room dims and eventually goes out, and then it begins to glow a like a vermilion color. And you can grab it and go. You still have your movement this turn, Fiddler, if that's what you would like to do. Whatever you prefer.
Yes, I'm carrying it like a what the Tari call a football, which makes no sense because they don't use their feet in the game. I don't understand it, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's a football.
Oh, Europeans call it soccer football, and they do use their feet.
But it's weird. I don't understand. No one can explain it to me, so I'm not even going to ask. All right. So, I grab the thing and I'm out towards the direction I'm supposed to be going.
Yes, absolutely. So you grab Drew and you dart across this room, and you'd see essentially as you reach the wall that Goric is at, the wall, like an egg-shaped archway, dematerializes and reveals a very dark hallway.
There's the escape.
Yes. You are able to reach the archway, but you can't quite. You can like step in it a little bit, but you can't quite go that far down it just yet with your movement. However, it is the virus's turn, and they are going to make another attempt. 1d20 to lift this door with a 17. They are able to get it a little bit higher, and you see another head, and now the first set of arms
so
and
excited
shoulders.
for this grenade to go off in like 2 seconds as this moment happens.
One of these many creatures begins to like drag itself through this crack in the floor, and now you see like the upper half of its body. Goric, I believe you were holding your action to shoot something that came through, if I remember correctly. You can do that now. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the
24.
D12. Perfect.
D12. 12.
Ooh.
12.
It's
Yes.
gone.
Okay. You zap this thing, and in an instant, it is gone. It's just not there anymore. And it even gets a little bit of one of the other hands that was holding the door up, and it falls just a little bit. That is the virus's turn. Yes.
Come on!
Run.
Yes. Time to go. It is Jake Miller's turn, and that grenade is going to go off now at the beginning of your turn.
Yep. Detonation time.
17 damage.
Yeah. Is there like a
66?
Yep. It rolled 17 last.
It rolled 17. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what I read in the book too, where was it? I just had it. Let me paste it. Let me see if it's still on my paste. Okay, there it is. Thrown over square range. All targets within the blast are dealt damage, DC 15 deck save, if you need to do that for your NPCs.
All targets within the blast range. Okay. Okay, so then the virus will do a dexterity check. And I think they had, what was their, hold on, I gotta find their dex real quick.
I'm just hoping they're less dexterous than they are strong. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, their dex is a +4. 10. Okay, that is a failure. So they will take that full 17 damage.
Yeah.
You guys all kind of tense in anticipation as you guys all just kind of, you guys have worked together before. You've never thrown grenades, but you do have training. So you, as soon as you guys heard Jake pull that pin, you all started out of habit counting to 6 in your head. And as this grenade goes off, you all kind of duck and cover kind of thing instinctively. And you see there's just this burst of explosion that comes out from underneath that gap that is there for a split second before the door slams back down. And you're not quite sure what's on the other side now. You just see severed hands and fingers on your side of the door that are still moving a little bit. They didn't seem to take as much damage from the grenade because the door cut them off, kind of thing, but you're not quite sure what's on the other side of the door at this moment. And it's your turn, Jake. What would you like to do?
Hey guys, time to go. He's gonna start moving. So headed towards where we need to go to get out.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to use your action and movement to like dash, essentially?
Yeah, gonna dash and try and get up to a spot to where he can turn back around and cover everybody and do the leapfrog bounding thing.
Okay, absolutely. Is anybody doing anything other than running?
I turn on my headlamp.
Okay.
And I'm running behind Fiddler in case he drops something. I can try to catch it.
Okay. Perfect. Absolutely. Then in that case, let me just roll one more thing for the virus. It depends on what they roll here. Nope. Okay. Yeah, they are not able to get the door open and get to you before you guys are far enough away that you will outpace them to the Stargate.
Yeah.
You guys are running in the dark. You have your lights and your headlamps, and then there's also that vermilion glow from Drew that Fiddler is holding. It doesn't take nearly as long to get out of here. You're assuming because it is a very direct route from the center of the station to the room where the Stargate was. But eventually you guys do see there's a wall in front of you. And then as you come within about 15 feet of that wall, it dematerializes. And you are on the opposite side of the room that the Stargate is in. So essentially where you come out directly across is the hallway that you guys entered through.
How do we dial this gate?
There is a dial home device.
Oh.
The weird thing about this one was that instead of the DHD being directly in front of the Stargate, it was off to the left.
Yeah.
And you assume that's just a space issue because this isn't a huge room. You guys, easy enough, unless there's anything else you would like to do, are able to dial the Stargate, put in your IDC codes, and step back through to Phoenix Command.
Just thinking about throwing that AI into the wave, but no. I won't take that away from you. Although I totally should.
So Fiddler has Drew. Is there anything you're gonna do, Fiddler, with Drew, or are you just carrying her through?
You know, now that you asked that question, it makes me think like I should have some sort of
she is completely isolated in this item. There is no way for her to get out unless you connect her to a system.
But I don't know what this item is. I don't know if the item has any attachments that can, it's a technology beyond what we understand. So this item itself could sprout connection points and cables and anything like that. I have
with your
idea.
Previous checks, you know that it won't do that.
It's an inert sphere that we have to physically connect to.
Yes, you are confident that this will not connect to something
it's
own.
It's the GLaDOS.
Yeah.
The personality core of the Aperture Laboratories.
As they're dialing the DHD, I am going to try and isolate it from electromagnetic interference or anything like that, because we're not sure exactly how the wormhole is going to interact with this particular type of electronics and technology. So I will try my best with the gear I have on hand to try and isolate.
Little, like thermal blankets, which have like the shielding.
I'm wrapping it and putting it in my pack and trying to keep it as safe as possible.
Pat.
Yeah, absolutely. You do what you can to insulate it and make sure that nothing like too bad happens to it, and it doesn't get corrupted or anything like that. Go ahead and just make me a just a D20. Actually, no, let's do a D100. Let's do a D100 roll.
Oh, wonderful.
Damn scientists, they're going to kill us all.
Look, hey, another 25% on the low end.
Look, in Call of Cthulhu, that's freaking awesome.
Right, but if that was a D20, it'd be a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good to know. Alrighty. Who is the last person through the Stargate? Fiddler. Okay. Who's going through first? Essentially, what's your marching order through the gate? Gorik first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Gorik's first.
Ixora?
I go through with Fiddler.
With Fiddler, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then Gorik, then Jake.
Because I have my Zat out just in case any virus.
Okay. Yeah. So then Ixora and Fiddler are last. Okay. So Gorik, you step through, not a problem. Jake, you step through, not a problem. Ixora and Fiddler, as you guys go, as you guys are essentially.
There was going to be something coming up at the end, which is why I was like, no, I'll wait with Fiddler and have that Zat gun ready. He doesn't need to get nabbed.
Right. As you guys are essentially about 10 feet away from the Stargate, there is a massive explosion that rocks the whole.
I was expecting virus.
Structure.
Explosion happens too. Yeah.
Yes. The whole structure. And just go ahead and roll me dexterity checks, please. No, it's not too crazy. It's just to make sure you don't fall face first through the Stargate.
Check or save?
Check. Just a check. Like I said,
I
nothing
will fall
crazy.
face through this. Oh, baby, not.
Hey. Finally made a roll.
Okay, good. Yeah, so this explosion rocks the ground beneath your feet, and it's a little uneven, and
Fiddler's
you guys
like
are
a
able.
Champ. He just walks through like nothing's happening.
Yeah. Fiddler grew up on like an asteroid. Like he's kind of used to it was an asteroid, right? Or was it just yeah? So he's kind of used to occasionally unstable surfaces. So Fiddler is not a problem walking through this. And then same thing with Ixora. You're a little bit less steady on your feet.
Because I'm tall.
Because you're tall.
Yeah.
Weirder, center of gravity kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you guys feel a very hot wave of air behind you as you guys are kind of like shoved through the Stargate a little bit.
I imagine like one of the feathers at the tip, just the back. It's just a little singed and smoky as you come through the other side. Just
yes. But you guys are able to safely come through, and then as soon as you step through, General Lawyer does put up the
shield thing.
The shield. I always want to say the iris, but it's not an iris. It's a force field. He's able to throw up the force field, and then a split second later, the explosion slams through into that force field, and you imagine that could have been very bad. But
I think that's all Ixora has to react to that. It's just,
Yeah. Thought we had more time.
I did as well.
Back in Phoenix Command, what would you like to do?
I think that should be considered hazardous material.
That's where credits roll.
All should go through quarantine.
Yeah, I was gonna say normal procedures.
You all have to get deconned.
Get checked out by the doc, decon, and then we can debrief and do all that.
This is true. Can I still hear Drew even though Drew's in
You cannot.
I hand Drew to Ixora.
As you touch Drew,
No.
you do feel a very faint, like a tiny fraction of what you originally felt with that emotional
close range.
There.
Has to be physical touch.
Yeah, you have. You assume you have to be touching her to get any.
She is not isolated. She is not isolated.
Look, I'm just very empathetic.
Yes,
fine.
She is a advanced, unique alien technology. You might not be able to 100% isolate her from empathetic connection.
I suggest only our turns work on this technology. No, I do not.
I will fight you. I pulled that thing out of the guts of the ship.
That's not Ixora. Ixora would not say something like that. No, Ixora's just mentally just closes their eyes for a moment and just says, "We are on the other side. It is safe."
Okay. You guys essentially go through a debrief with...
When I start writing my mission report again, I'm the kid on the bus who fills out their homework on the way home.
Yeah. And essentially General Lawyer debriefs you while you're filling out your mission report kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are all together
by the time he's done talking. I just slide it back over.
Within the next couple of weeks, so it does take a bit of time, but with Fiddler and Ixora, since you guys are the primary people who know how Drew was connected, essentially, you guys are able to create an isolated network that you guys can have more interaction with her than just that faint emotional connection. You're essentially able to connect her with a isolated laptop that she can speak through the speakers kind of thing.
It's a totally air-gapped system with no connection to anything else in an EM shielded, complete concrete thick room.
Yeah. you guys are
But Terminators, this is how you get Terminators.
Look,
you guys are paranoid
But
enough
there'll be
to
our
isolate
Terminators.
her.
It's fine.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I have breakfast. Ixora has breakfast with Drew every morning. Just brings in
Every
like
morning?
the cup
Yeah.
of tea and like whatever protein bar or whatever the ration
Right,
is breakfast that morning.
Now, as those, once you guys are able to the weeks go by and you guys are able to make that connection with her, you guys do realize that she was not completely shielded when she went through the Stargate. So there was some corruption there. Not a lot, but there was some, and she is not
Now she's a killer AI. So, there we go. That was it.
in her databanks. She is still her AI is fine. She does not have all of the information. She is not at full capacity. She will not be able to reveal as many secrets to you guys.
Hey, at least we tried with the shielding.
Yes,
It
yes.
could have been worse. We could have just been like, unshielded, let's go through.
Could have been a lot worse. Yes. But you guys now have Drew, the Defense and Recon Unimind, as a possible ally / resource in future things.
Look, I'm working on the ally. I'm the ambassador to Drew. I'm having breakfast every morning. Make sure she's not lonely. It's gonna be great.
This is fun. Can we just not do the SG thing and like plug it into the base computers? Can we just be like, here's a laptop? That's
No. We're doing the
SGP
SGP thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
SGP.
building an actual robot body for it to be plugged into so it can walk around with us.
Yes,
That's what Fiddler is doing.
Okay, that'd be cool.
We'll make some rolls for that. I really like that idea.
Then Drew can come on missions with us.
She could.
My
she
God.
could, Drew. That is absolutely an option. Yeah, so
That's a good
that
acronym.
is where we're gonna end tonight. Just, you guys finish the mission, and then a couple weeks later, you guys have access to Drew and her conversations, information, what wasn't corrupted, things like that. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead, since this is the end, we're gonna go around, tell us where we can find you, what your favorite part was. I think if that's okay, I'll do it this time. I'll swing us around to people.
Please do.
Let's start with our dear Lieutenant Jake Miller. How was that for you?
Fantastic. I like the creepy arm thingies coming after us. Like the whole fact that they shoot off little tendrils and pieces and they still keep moving is cool. Creepy, but cool. And I like that stuff for sci-fi, and the whole gritty running from them, the falling, the scenery. It was a good setup. So that was fun. That's what I enjoyed. And I look forward to our next game. And I'm just here with Laugh Level News channel Mondays, Tuesdays.
Yes, absolutely. And we love that you're here. We love that you're a part of our group.
Except for when I fall asleep, which I apologize to everybody watching. I'm sorry. Work just gets me sometimes.
Even then, we still love it. We still love it. Yes, thank you. Next up, we have our dear Gorick. How was that for you?
Oh, very good. I lost count of how many phobias you were introducing to us. It was fun. Yeah, I'm D20 Cuter Guy. You can find me here Mondays and every other Tuesday in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And on my channel, you can find me playing GTA RP sometimes. Let's see. My favorite parts. I really like just the fear you were introducing to us. It was pretty awesome. And like not a big fan of that AI. I can't really recall many AI stories that turn out well.
Edie.
Yeah.
Many. Let's just hope this is one of them. But also, I really feel that Ixora and our Gate Master are scheming together because you are just acting way too into this AI.
No, I just love them. They're just so precious, and I really want to have an AI friendo.
but thank you. This is fun.
Yes, you're very welcome. I'm glad to induce those phobias. I feel a little bad, but still I'm glad to induce that kind of reaction as long as it's not too crazy. Speaking of not too crazy, Fiddler.
Hi.
Hey,
Yeah.
how you doing?
You know, I would have had a better evening if I knew what I was doing this evening, but Fiddler really didn't have too good of a grasp on the situation. We didn't die, so that's good. Yeah, so I'm deception check. I play Fiddler tonight, who is supposed to be really smart and technologically advanced, but not tonight. That's okay. Maybe he hit his head when they were sliding down the slide, had a hard time focusing. So that's the thing. Mondays, you can find me on Mondays in Exandria, the new batch, where I run these same people and our friend producer Trav through a wonderful game of crazy, where these guys are crazy and we all are crazy and we do crazy things. That's kind of what we do. Beyond that, hopefully sometime in a Saturday near us, I think in the month of February, we're going to be getting together for Aliens. Aliens is a great game. It's crazy. We have some really good characters in there, and we do a lot of crazy things. And my character, Hank Granger, can get back to scheming against or with and/or Violet 6, so that we can go head to head, and I can hate on my favorite person in a game, which is always fun. So thank you. Favorite part tonight was just Ixora and her absolute love for crazy AIs that are probably murder bots that I'm going to help create with the robot.
Look, they're only
pieces.
a defense and recon unit. What could go wrong?
Yes, who created kill satellites just out of the goodness of its
Defense
little mechanical
satellites?
heart.
Yes, because it was concerned.
It
Only
was.
three.
Only
Three.
Only three
The other
planet
three
killers.
were
That's perfectly
spy
fine.
satellites. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Good. I'm very glad that you enjoyed it. And you know, this is like super advanced technology even for Fiddler, so it's a little on point that he wasn't quite sure what to do. But maybe next time when we're dealing with Tauri or Goa'uld technology, he'll be a little bit more in the know. But yes, I'm going to do myself real quick before I send it over to our the scion of our channel. I am Nuggetosaurus. You can find me here on Mondays playing a bard in our Mondays in Exandria game who is totally just a human, and that's it. I also gate master here on every other Tuesday night. We will not be here next week. We will be back on January 31st. That is next the second Tuesday, not next week, but the week after. And then, yes, hopefully soon, sometime in February, we're going to be playing maybe Aliens, and I'm very excited to get back to Violet. If you know anything about me as a player, I love fighting with my friends, and I get to do that with a deception check in our Aliens game. So it's a rare opportunity that I get to do that. So I'm very excited for that. My favorite part was y'all's reactions. I don't consider myself a very spooky, like, people don't think I'm a scary person, so I love being able to you know, get those reactions from you guys, make it things a little bit spooky and a little bit, you know, make your skin crawl a little bit. I liked that. And then I also really liked Jake being able to throw a grenade at something and it working and blowing them up, and that actually really helped you guys because if they had gotten through the door, it could have been very, very bad. So that's me. I'll see you guys, you know, next week on Monday. And Lindy, take it away.
Thank you. That's me. Yes, Lindy, Laugh of Lindy here on my channel. My favorite moments tonight was every time I mentioned something about Drew or the AI, D20 coup de grace, shake his head. I wish I'd had like a little counter because it'd probably be like 30 something by now. But I just think it's so much fun, and Ixora is almost a pacifist, so, you know, just wants to make friends. Why make enemies when you can make friends? And also, there is that empathetic connection between the two, so, yeah, it's great. I'm super excited. You can find us here next week for Mondays in Exandria, the new batch, where I play Glass Cannon, the charming, totally not murderbot, Warforged War Wizard, And then, of course, not next week, but the week after, here for Stargate Flames of Hope. Also, I have a new campaign starting up on a different channel, so I wanted to mention that because it's tomorrow, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. There's a Cyberpunk red game on High Shelf Collective that's going to be starting tomorrow night at night. I don't remember the exact time. I'll figure it out. I have an outfit. I will by then. And yeah, Aliens, February 11th, here. If you like Aliens, Blade Runner, and Predator, we got all three of those things in that game. And maybe you should think about who your medics are if you're in the Colonial Space Marines before you get into dangerous situations. That's all. Thank you for watching. Until next time, have fun and play games.